Here are 25 photo cliches that you should avoid doing if you want to move onwards and upwards with your photography. 1. Selfies. Nuff said. 2. Everyone loves a bit of bokeh. Some people love it so much that their photos are only bokeh.
Bokeh. Bokeh. Pokemon.
3. Photo cliches you can do at home. Number 1. Putting your name on your photo.
I mean, who do you think you are? Picasso?
4. There are some old-fashioned filter tricks that should have died out with the mullet.
Star Filter sounds like a really shit sci-fi story, but it's worse than that because it's not fiction, it's real.
The effect it creates reminds you of a time when pop stars were paedophiles.
D to the R to the T to the V.
And using tobacco filters, not of the smoking variety, but rather the glass graduated filter with a slight orangey poo colour to it, looks pooey. 5. Photo cliches you can do at home. Number 2. Adding text on your photos.
Pictures paint 1,000 words, they say, so why not add a few more words on top of it? Increase the word count. Oh yeah, because it looks shit, that's why.
6. Sunsets. One of the first things many people do when they first realise that midday light is not the best light you can get.
Perhaps midday light isn't the best light I can get. I wonder what sunset looks like.
Yeah, sunset light is pretty, but it's pretty boring and samey also. It's a bit like Flappy Birds. You get bored of it eventually.
Red sky, red sky, red sky, red sky, red sky, red sky, red sky. 7. Photo cliches you can do at home. Number 3. Adding watermarks.
And yes, this is my latest masterpiece. I call it Galileo Has Landed.
By the way, what is this thing?
Well, this is actually a watermark. It's copyrighted. This photo is copyrighted by me. I don't want people to steal this. You know, maybe you might be a thief. You might bring your D800 here, take a really high-res pic, and just reprint it. You pay for it, I'll take it off. Simple. What? What do you mean? What do you mean never mind? You buy it. You buy it. You're gonna buy it. Fuck.
Well, okay, it's more about preventing people from stealing your photos and then using it as their own. It's got your branding on it too. But you want people to enjoy your photos, so you put it online, you put a watermark on it. Just don't post them online then.
8. Photo cliches you can do at home. Number 4. Adding borders.
You know, I'm not actually doing this to look cool or anything. I'm just thinking about how it'll look like with borders on.
Black and white border collie. Fake film borders. And what the? 9. One of the things that people might think of doing when they first try light painting. Writing their own name.
Just didn't do my name.
Alright, it's easy because you should remember how to spell your own name, but you could be a bit more creative than that.
Oh, you finished it? Let me have a go.
Not yet.
Let me have a go.
10.
You remember that really poignant scene in Schindler's List where everything was in black and white and then there was a girl in a red coat?
Somehow most selective colour photos don't seem as poignant as a film about one of the greatest atrocities of the last century.
You know, oh look, beautiful flower. It's like a metaphor for life. It's right.
11. It's been long debated, you could say mass debated, about the difference between colour and black and white nudes. Simple. Colour nude photos are more for biological appreciation, whereas black and white nudes are for supposedly more arty photos.
Well, you wouldn't really want to have a fiddle looking at black and white nude pic, would you?
12. Using slow shutter speeds to blur water, making waterfalls look like a load of old ladies' hair, so lovely you just want to stroke the photo. 13. There is such a thing as nice landscape panoramas.
But I bet if you Google landscape panoramas, 90% of them will be thin letterbox type pictures with a bit of green at the bottom and lots of blue at the top.
14. Some people take photos of just clouds, makes them look like cloud geeks.
Oh, I think that's a roll cloud. Oh, I've never seen one of those before. Oh, I think that's a mammatus cloud. Oh, and you know what? I think that's a Cirrus castellanus. And now I've just got a seriously itchy anus.
15. Fake sun lens sun flare is so fake you can make the sun shine from anywhere. 16.
Actually, there's nothing wrong with the concept of HDRs. It's just the ridiculous execution of some HDRs that deserves executing with a big axe. Stabbed in the back, stabbed in the front, stabbed up the bum and on the front and head off, spinal cord, and then quartered and set alight. All the finishing moves Mortal Kombat ever.
Ugly HDRs can look like a ton of Skittles that have been forcibly excreted out the backside of an elephant, just like this photo. And this one. And... oh, please stop. 17. It's quite a common thing to see black and white photos that would have worked better as a colour photo. Look, I've just killed Locke. 18. Zoom burst, zooming in and out like a maniac while shooting for cheap motion blur effects. 19. Dutch angle, i.e. tilty shots for dramatic effect. Suppose you could go Dutch and add zoom burst for action movie poster stuff. Oh, and Dutch angle isn't actually Dutch, it's German. Racists. 20. Touristy photos tend to be cliches.
Especially obvious landmarks which have been photographed so many times, you might as well just buy a bloody postcard.
21. When you think about how to create a thought-provoking image, what do you go for?
There you go.
Take photos of someone less fortunate than you.
Don't smile, you're homeless. You're supposed to be sad, you don't have a house.
And here is how you can Photoshop your image for more dramatically cliched shots. Change to black and white, higher contrast for added grit, vignetting cause you can, and then add some piss stains. 22. Technically a subgenre of the selfie, but this sub is so big it has to resurface as its own entity. You see what I did with the words and stuff there? 23. Every single stock photo ever made. 24. Photo trickery, optical illusion, sounds lame, is lame. 25. I can't think of a 25th one. Locke, maybe you can put some clips of something that's been done to death. Photo cliches. We all do it sometimes, all the time. Did it, or still do it. It's part of the process of finding stuff that looks interesting to photograph. But to move on and improve, one has to look further than the photos that everyone else has done millions of times.